What's happening, guys? Well, it's a nice, beautiful, windy day here. Gonna a bit of a heads up here. This boat, I'm just waiting on a few seals here. I took the bottom end of the boat out just to, I want to make sure it's good and not going to give me any issues. So hopefully, shouldn't be too much longer. Maybe another week if I'm lucky. But in the meantime, I picked something else up. There you go. We got a fishing boat. No, the wood is not going fishing. That's for another project I had to pick up along the way. But see here, got a motor under here somewhere, and I'll show you that in a second. There she is. I'll show you that in a second. Alright, so here's the deal. Looks like ass. This whole thing just looks terrible. So we're going to see how much of this paint we can strip off with just the pressure washer. Oh yeah, here's the motor. Not bad, eh? So let's get to cleaning this thing, see how well we can do.
Can you feel it wrapped around your soul with no control?
Alright, we're going to be a bit. So here's where we're at. I might have to use some elbow grease. It did take off quite a bit of the blue, but there's a lot of that still on there. But here's my issue. The boat's actually kind of shiny, and I wouldn't mind keeping it that way if I could. I'm going to see if I can find some kind of like paint stripper or something that won't really screw up the metal too much. But yeah, I might have to put a little bit of elbow grease in this thing. And yeah, there's all the loose paint off the frame. Give her a nice coat of black, and we'll go from there. Okay, that's where we're at right now. All right, so here's what we've learned so far. Let me show you. So over here, I used some of that paint stripper. Over here, I did not. And along the way in between, just like, you know, up in here, basically, I'm going through a lot of power with my drill, not using any paint stripper. This stuff here, it cleaned okay, but, you know, still went through a battery on the drill, cleaning that off. But I'm not using a palm sander. I'm just using one of those brass brush, whatever, on the drill. Ooh, look at my birds. They're getting pretty big. I'm going to show you my birds. Hello, little birds. So this is the stuff I've been using to strip the paint. It's, I guess it works okay. I'm going to try it again today. Last time I put it on, I just used an old cloth and wiped it on and, you know, did what it says. I'm going to use this today, put it on a little bit thicker. But here's what I've been using to strip the paint off right here. This one and this one here. Trying to figure which one I like more. I didn't want to get too crazy with it because I'm still gonna, I've got what do you call it there, some acid wash there, muriatic acid. I'm still gonna go over the whole thing with it because, I mean, like, if you look here, it's actually kind of shiny, but again, all this damn paint just makes a mess of things. So I gotta get all that off before I can clean the surfaces up and get it ready for a good repainting, I guess. So I just slathered on a bunch of that paint stripper. In the instructions it says once you put it on, you let it sit for a bit, add a little more, and then you cover it with plastic or whatever you want to cover it with. I guess keeps it from drying out, and it lets it really sink in and take away the paint. I got a little bit here, and I put a little bit right there as well. So I'm going to see the difference with being covered and with being not covered, and see if there's much of a difference with taking the paint off. It's a couple days later. Let's get back at this. It's going to take me a while. So yeah, I went and did a thing here. I remember these old drills. I just bought this thing for like $2.50 on Kijiji. I remember these old drills were tough as hell. Like, I mean, you could kill somebody if you threw that at them. So friggin' heavy duty. Friggin' thing's older than me. But yeah, so we're gonna put on a little more of this paint stripper on the side. I did a bunch of it already and scraped a bunch off. It's actually looking pretty good. I'm going to put another coating on there and just see how it goes. So yeah, let's get at this and let's see if it works. It's only got 1 speed. I don't think it's as fast as this guy was, but give it a shot anyway. Well, it looks like my little guys are getting adventurous. They're up and wandering. I'm sure I won't see them tomorrow. Pretty neat watching these things grow. Grew really fast. Paint is off. The one side. What a pain in the butt. And another coating. Gonna let that sit for probably 2 hours. And we'll come back, try scraping it off, and try it again. Yeah, a bit of a cleanup with the wire wheel. Took a bunch off. The bag fell off that part there, so it dried out on me, but this part stayed wet, so. Alright, a whole bunch more to go. Ugh. So we're closer to getting stuff ready. We bought some wood the other day. It's I paid good bucks for this piece of wood, man. I paid $50 for this piece of wood. It's a nice piece of wood. I want it to last. So I'm going to I probably could have used these, but I'm going to trace them out. These are for the transom. One goes in the front, one goes in the back. So we're going to get those cut out of here. We picked this up in the mail. Coat it by Goop. That stuff is it's going to go in all the seams and stuff like that. It's going to go around all the rivets. I cleaned this out the other day with some Fantastic and a scrub brush. I cleaned everything out. Try to make sure things are nice and clean. On the back half here, get all the paint stripped off of it finally. The previous owner really gooped the shit out of it with sealer and stuff, but it should hold. We're going to go over top of that stuff with some of that that goop stuff anyway. But yeah, there's a crap load of friggin' that spray seal shit on this thing. So I'm going to try my best to reseal it, I guess. Trailer needs a bit of a paint job. It's not the prettiest trailer in the world, but it should work for what I need. This here, I'm going to cut this little piece off. This is so far gone, it's just rotten there. So I'm gonna snip that off. I've got some lights I'm gonna mount. That way they got mounts and everything here. They're gonna mount on here. Yeah, we got a few things to do. So let's get cracking here and let's cut some transom wood.